This summer, the World Cup is about to get bigger than it has ever been in the history of the sport. Not slightly bigger. 48 teams bigger, and if you're confused about how the math even works on that, you're not alone, because honestly, neither was FIFA for a while. Here's the thing, for almost 25 years, the World Cup ran the same way. 32 teams, 8 groups of 4, top 2 go through. Clean, simple. Everyone understood it. That system is dead, and what's replacing it is gonna change everything from how upsets happen to how exhausted your favorite players are by the final. So let's break this down, because by the time the tournament kicks off in June, you're going to want to actually know what you're watching instead of just nodding along. Let's start with the basics. 48 nations are heading to this World Cup. That's 16 more than usual. For context, that's almost a quarter of every country recognized by FIFA on the planet, all showing up at once across 3 host nations: the United States, Mexico, and Canada. In theory, more teams just means more soccer. In practice, it means FIFA had to completely rebuild the blueprint. Here's where it gets interesting. Those 48 teams get split into 12 groups of 4. Each team plays the other 3 teams in its group exactly once. That's 3 games per team, guaranteed, before anyone gets eliminated. Sounds familiar so far, right? This is where the old format and the new one start to look completely different. In the old 32-team World Cup, only the top 2 teams from each group moved on. Simple, brutal, finish third, go home. Not anymore. This time, the top 2 teams from every group still advance automatically, but FIFA also takes the 8 best third-place teams from across all 12 groups and lets them sneak through too. Let that sink in for a second. You could finish third in your group, not even crack the top half, and still be alive in the World Cup. That single rule changes how every team plays its group stage. Suddenly, there's no must-win desperation in Game 3. A draw might be all you need. A solid loss might even do the job, depending on how the other groups shake out. This sounds like it should make things less competitive. It doesn't. It makes the math insane in the best way. You've got fans tracking goal difference across groups they don't even care about, just to see if their team's third-place finish is good enough. So once group play wraps up, you've got 32 teams left standing, top 2 from each of the 12 groups, plus those 8 third-place survivors. That's where the tournament flips a switch. From this point on, it's pure knockout. No more draws. No more, well, we'll get them next game. Round of 32, then round of 16, then quarterfinals, semifinals, and finally, the final itself. Here's a fun wrinkle though. Knockout games still can't end in a tie. If the score is level after 90 minutes, you get extra time. Still tied after that, penalties. The most dramatic, nerve-shredding way possible to decide who goes home and who keeps dreaming. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but does adding 16 more teams just water down the competition? That's actually the biggest criticism of this whole format. More spots technically means more chances for weaker teams to sneak in. Will a 48-team World Cup produce a more thrilling tournament, or will it just take longer to get to the games that actually matter? That's the question this whole format is about to answer in real time, starting this June. If this finally made the new format click for you, you know what to do. Hit subscribe, because the World Cup is about to get weird, and you're going to want someone explaining it as it happens.